And as athletes from around the world head to the Games amid high hopes and excitement, there's a different story in Iraq. That's because an International Olympic Committee ban is preventing the Iraqi Olympic team from competing at the Summer Games. Meanwhile, an Iraqi delegation hopes to meet officials from the International Olympic Committee in Switzerland later this week in a bid to overturn the decision. David Rathbun reports.
News of the ban was a devastating blow for the Olympic dreams of Iraqi athletes.
We are disappointed by Iraq's regrettable decision not to participate in the Olympic Games. We hold the Iraqi government responsible because our efforts have been in vain.
An Iraqi delegation left Baghdad on Saturday for talks with IOC officials in Geneva. The Iraqi Olympic Committee says high-level talks have already begun with IOC envoys and international mediators. The issue was at a stalemate after the IOC last week upheld its ban on Iraq for what it called political interference in Olympic affairs. The ban was first imposed in June when the Iraqi government replaced its National Olympic Committee with members not recognized by the IOC. The IOC insisted Iraq must reinstate the old committee, but the Iraqi government alleges the committee was rife with corruption. The government's decision and refusal to compromise has not only angered athletes, but risked aggravating sectarian rifts in Iraq.
The Iraqi government should have studied the matter closely and then consulted with the authorities involved, who are keen for Iraq to participate in this international event.
The deadline for nations to finalize their Olympic teams expires on Wednesday. This means there may still be a slim chance for Iraqi athletes. Iraq hopes to compete in weightlifting, judo, archery, and rowing. David Rathbun, CCTV.
Athletes from home and abroad now have access to venues for their final training sessions and to become familiar with the facilities. Free training locations are provided by 48 venues across the city on an equal opportunity basis. Training for some events, such as swimming and gymnastics, is closed to keep other competitors guessing. Some venues are even divided to provide separate spaces for the different teams. The Olympic Villages in Beijing and its co-host cities officially opened on Sunday. The villages are a home away from home during the Games, and they've just welcomed their first guests. Yan Xiaoyan reports.
Bangkok President Liu Qi handed a symbolic key to the village mayor Chen Zhili as the Beijing Olympic Village opened on Sunday. And local residents showed their support with the Ru Yi, a traditional Chinese symbol of good luck. The village will host athletes from over 200 countries and regions, and the Chinese team were the first guests. Over 300 athletes were there for the first flag raising ceremony. They represent the over 1,000 members of the Chinese team, the largest contingent that will come to the village. And the hosts say they're ready.
We will provide comfortable accommodations, delicious food, and various cultural activities. We will make you feel warm.
International athletes will arrive in the days to come. On Sunday, a group of Polish athletes were the first foreign delegation to arrive in Beijing. More teams have checked in at the Olympic Village in Qingdao, a coastal city in East China, for the sailing events. Officials welcomed athletes from 14 countries. The village is right next to the venue.
This is an Olympic village with a seaside atmosphere, and it's the closest to the venue. We will provide a comfortable home with local specialties to all athletes.
Olympic villages in other co-host cities have also opened their doors. Designated hotels in Shenyang and Shanghai will receive football teams, and they promise quality service.
We will provide 24-hour housekeeping service to all teams and do our best to resolve any difficulties for the athletes.
The Olympic villages are determined to provide hospitality worthy of champagnes during the Games. Yun Xiaoyuan, CCTV.
The Olympic torch has completed the last leg of its relay in central China's Henan province. The flame was carried through Anyang City, the site of ancient oracle bone inscriptions. Li Ruiying, one of the country's best-known anchors on China Central Television, started the relay as the first torchbearer. Anyang is known for the ruins of an ancient capital town dating back to the Shang dynasty, over 3,000 years ago. The site was inscribed into the World Heritage List in 2006 as one of the earliest centers of Chinese civilization. The torch passed through the hands of 208 torchbearers over a distance of 5.9 kilometers before reaching its destination at the Anyang Foreign Language School. Hundreds of thousands of people, cheering and waving colourful flags, were waiting for its arrival. The last torchbearer was Li Guangqi, a Henan native with great achievements in the study of soybean protein fibre. The relay will next head to Shijiazhuang, the capital of Hebei province. People of various religious faiths will find it easy to continue practicing their religions in Beijing during the Olympic Games. At the Olympic Village, athletes, coaches and officials from around the world will be able to pray at religious service centers covering Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism as well as Buddhism. And throughout the city, churches, temples and mosques are fully prepared to receive believers from abroad during the Games. Li Ying reports.
First built in the Ming Dynasty, Xuanwumen Church is Beijing's earliest Catholic church. More than 300 years on, the church has become a landmark and a major venue for practitioners. The church offers 2 sessions of Mass in English each Sunday. Many churchgoers here are foreign tourists or expatriates.
A really nice preparation. We see people interested in the Olympic Games and they welcome us very well.
I am here in Beijing 5 years, so I've seen Beijing growing in function of the Olympic Games.
Jiao Yanmei teaches at a religious school. She's also a volunteer for the Olympic Games. She will join 16 other representatives of the Catholic Church with college diplomas and foreign language proficiency to provide religious services for athletes.
As a volunteer with the Religious Service Center, I feel very happy to work with my brothers and sisters and help athletes and coaches from around the world.
There are altogether 20 churches within the diocese of the Beijing Catholic Church. Volunteers will also work in these churches to provide language service and other forms of help to foreign visitors. Leo, CCTV.